I mentioned that the Republican tax plan, that the Trump tax plan is out, and it contains no mention of cutting tax on Social Security. It makes no mention of cutting tax on overtime, and it makes no mention on cutting tax on tips. Three things that Donald Trump promised during the campaign that will never come to fruition. Just so that we're clear. Never, excuse me. Maybe at some point in time, Congress does away with tax on tips, but doing away with tax on overtime and tax on Social Security, never going to happen. Not in a million years. Congress, the federal government is never going to give up all of that revenue. Not for anything. Not to appease a bunch of lunch pail working average everyday Joes. It's just not going to happen. So I point out the fact that the Republicans have put out their tax plan and it has no mention of any of this. Income, the goalpost being moved. And in one day, he has done more than Biden in one day. Emoji. Yeah, you should probably think about that a little bit because that sentence makes absolutely no fucking sense. You should do some research. That is the budget, dummy. He is still working on an overtime taxes. You lefties are so desperate for a talking point. Well, here's one for you. What's he waiting on? He promised it to you, right? Eliminating taxes on Social Security, eliminating taxes on tips, and eliminating taxes on overtime. He promised it to you. He has a Republican House of Representatives and a Republican Congress. What the fuck is he waiting on? It doesn't even need to be part of the budget. And it's not the budget. It's his tax plan, you fucking jamoke. His tax plan has nothing in it about cutting any of that stuff. The Republicans could today put forth a one-page bill. They could put forth a one-paragraph bill saying we're going to eliminate, Congress is going to eliminate the taxation of Social Security in the United States of America. Done. Put it on the House floor. They could write a one-paragraph bill saying we're going to eliminate taxation on overtime. Anybody that works over 40 hours a week, we're going to eliminate the taxation on your wages above and beyond 40 hours a week. Boom, done. Put it on the House floor. They could do a one-page bill for the same thing when it comes to eliminating the taxation on tips. They could make a one-page bill and include all three provisions in the same paragraph, in the same sentence. HB, whatever the fuck the number is, hereby eliminates the taxation of wages earned through Social Security benefits, overtime hours worked, or any tips earned through working on the job. Done deal. One sentence, one piece of paper, put it on the House floor and get it passed. You have the majority in the House, the Senate, and you have the President and the White House willing to sign it. They don't need to wait. You're moving the goalpost because you know that when the Republicans pass their tax plan, it is not going to include anything about eliminating your tax on overtime. It's not going to include anything about eliminating your tax on tips. And it's not going to include anything about eliminating your tax on Social Security benefits. You have been lied to, and you need to figure out a way to justify your vote because you know you were lied to.